So this is the topic muscle tension. Till now is what is contraction of the muscle, what is contraction of the muscle, what is motor unit, what is motor unit. So in this contraction of the muscle motor unit, we know how the things will happen inside the muscle. So finally if we come to function of the muscle, here what is the function of the muscle means it has to create movement, it has to create movement in the body. That is the function of the muscle, first function. Okay, so when it is doing movement, if we take muscle, when the muscle is doing movement, what will happen? Here sarcomere length will change. So this is nothing but tension. Tension nothing but, if we take muscle, muscle function is movement. So while doing movement, muscle has to undergo tension. That is, we will see now what is the muscle tension. Okay. Here we'll be having two muscle tensions. First one, active muscle tension. Second one, passive muscle tension. Here I am giving one nice example. See, in this active muscle tension, here I am writing contractile tissue. Okay. Here I am writing non-contractile tissue. What it means? Contractile tissue means here we will be having only actin and myosin. Non-contractile tissue means here we will be having epimysium, perimysium, endomysium, tendon, sheaths, retinacula. Okay, these are the examples for the non-contractile tissues. Nothing but connective tissues. All these are connective tissues. Now we will see what are these active muscle contraction, active muscle tension and passive muscle tension. So come to the point. First one we will see passive muscle tension. Passive muscle tension means when the muscle is lengthening, because of the non-contractile tissue, either epimysium, perimysium, endomysium, tendon, here tendon sheaths or retinacula. So if the muscle is lengthening because of this non-contractile structures, then we will tell it is the passive muscle tension. That is passive muscle tension. If we come to active muscle tension, here the muscle length will increase or decrease, whatever. Here also whether muscle length whether increase or decrease, whatever. If it is happening because of this actin and myosin, these are contractile structures. Actin and myosin, then we can tell it is a active muscle tension. This is active muscle tension. Clear? So non-contractile passive muscle tension is going to happen because of these non-contractile structures. Those are connective tissues of the muscle. Then active muscle tension is going to be created by the contractile structures of the muscle. Okay. Now we will see one example. Suppose if one person did biceps, if one person did elbow flexion. In this elbow flexion, if we see, elbow flexion will be like this arm, this is forearm. So muscle is contracted concentrically. So one more thing we will see, elbow extension. Here if we see, this is our arm, elbow, forearm. Here muscle length is extended, here more. This is eccentric contraction, this is concentric contraction. Here length of the muscle is decreased, here length of the muscle is increased. So when the muscle is producing one action, that is nothing but active action, active contraction, otherwise active tension. Here biceps muscle is produced flexion, here it is producing flexion. Whenever one movement is happening, it is the combination of both active muscle tension plus passive muscle tension, because when one muscle is working, contractile tissues will work, here actin and myosin. At the same time, non-contractile tissues will work, all these structures will work. So if we take one muscle action, it is the combination of active muscle tension plus positive muscle tension. So this is about muscle tension. Clear?